Court, Dunford Street, burglary. Suspects be camped.
Yeah. Sierra 1 on white.
2 male icy freeze, late tea.
One wearing a red and black shirt and black track bottoms, the other a blue jacket and dark grey jeans. Also carrying
A large black holdall.
I'm in Goddard Street now. ETA Dunford Street, about 2 minutes.
Sierra Oscar from Sierra 1. We've got them. Cheetham Road.
Excuse us, lads. You just come from Silbury Court?
Why?
Straight question, pal. Yes or no?
Nothing, Michael. Mr. Harding.
Yeah, they were standing by my dad's door as I come in. I said, "Oi, what are you doing here?" Pushed past me. I can't get no answer.
What's your name?
Don't say nothing.
Let's have a look in your bag.
Look, we'd appreciate your cooperation. I know a crime's been reported, and you two fit the descriptions given, okay? So if we just have a look in your bag.
No, it doesn't look like he's in.
He's always in.
Well, perhaps he's asleep. How old is he?
Yeah, it's 74 last birthday.
Well, then.
What's wrong?
I thought I heard something.
Have you got a peddler's licence?
Stay back.
There's evidence of an aggravated burglary, Silbury Court, Dunford Street. These two fit the description of suspects leaving the scene.
Right, full name and address, please.
Don't say nothing.
Arrested man declines to answer, but is known to be Michael Osman, Lincoln House, Jasmine Allen Estate. Empty your pockets, please. Payday, Michael.
Ah, Michael Osman and Ian Pryor.
We've got Ian Pryor at long last.
You've been told why you've been arrested, and you will now be detained for questioning. Whilst in custody, you have the following rights: to have someone informed of your arrest, to consult a solicitor, to consult the codes of practice.
Free of charge and in private.
Legal advice is free of charge and includes the right to a consultation in private. These rights are continuing rights and may be exercised at any time during your detention, understand? Good. This is your copy of the notice to detain persons. And sign there, please.
He wants a solicitor.
I think we'll let Mr. Osman speak for himself, shall we?
He wants a solicitor. And he ain't saying nothing till one gets there.
Well, it'll have a lonely old wait in a cell, then. You should know how long it takes a duty solicitor to arrive, Mr. Pryor. You've been here often enough. Is that what you want? Right. Sign there and there, please. Bang him up.
This way, son.
I'll be with you in a second, Mr. Pryor.
Still regard it as a challenge, Matthew?
Sir?
Pace. Suspect's rights.
I think you'll find I go by the book.
Oh, you might go by it, but you hardly sell it to the punters, do you?
Well, they know the score. Why waste time? Did you want something, sir? Only I've got a violent criminal to be processed.
Let's get it right then, shall we? No cock-ups. Michael Osmond asked for a solicitor.
Heavily coached by Pryor.
Make sure he gets one anyway. And I've informed his father of his arrest. I hope you don't mind.
Did Michael ask for that as well, sir?
No, But as you well know, he'd have to ask what day it was. He may be a scrope, but he's a thick one. I want Dad to know he's not being stitched up. It's called open policing, Matthew. You'll thank me for it one day.
Right, could you take your clothes off, please? We need them for examination. Look, it could prove that you weren't in the flat, so it's going to be worth the hassle, yeah? I'll get someone round to your home address to pick up some new clothes for you. In the meantime, you can put this on.
And your trousers.
Here lived for 75 years, and then it ends like this. Scum. You finished already?
Well, no forced entry, no worthwhile prints, and no weapon.
Well, it's lucky we did our bit by nicking them then.
Yeah, well, forensics might get something off their clothes, of course.
Jim, I've got the old boy's son out here.
Oh, right. Is it okay if he...
Oh, yeah, sure.
Okay, Mike. Mr. Harding, Jim Carver, CID. Look, I really am very sorry.
Oh, yeah, right, thanks. I've just come from the hospital. It's a bit hard to take it all in.
Yeah, of course. Look, we appreciate your help at such a time. It's just that we need to establish what's missing.
Yeah.
And as you see, they've given it a bit of a going over.
Sorry.
The old man was pronounced dead on arrival at hospital.
Too early for a definite cause, I suppose.
Well, the fractured skull didn't help.
Osmond and Pryor, not a Bumblebee, yeah?
Oh, very much so. Especially in Pryor. We've targeted him more than once. Got a record long as your arm.
Violence?
Has been known. Plus burglary artifice, hence the bag full of dusters and chamois, maybe.
What about Michael Osmond?
He's Pryor's cousin. First time I've known them work together. Michael's been very much small time up till now, less of a toughie.
A weak link.
It'd certainly be my choice to interview, when we've marshalled all the evidence.
So what else are you expecting if Socko have drawn a blank?
It's early days yet, sir.
Well, the detention clock's still ticking, early or not. So we got ID linking them with the scene, yeah?
Yeah, the victim's son got a very good look at them, and uniform have got a couple of residents who saw them walking away. The descriptions tally and are spot on.
So they were definitely there?
Outside the flat, no question, but inside...
They've got form. They were outside a turned-over flat where the occupant had been killed. I think it's quite reasonable to ask them for an explanation.
So?
Right, Michael Osmond, please.
Sorry, sir. No can do. We're waiting on his brief.
What brief?
Just the duty solicitor.
And how long's he going to be?
Well, he says he'll be here within the hour, sir.
Right, you phone him again and tell him if he's not, we'll start without him. What about Pryor?
He doesn't need a brief, sir. He's Bolsh enough without it.
Right, I'll start with him then.
Right, sir.
So he's sitting around on my backside for an hour.
CLO's about, by the way. I think he's got a vested interest.
Oh, yeah.
Hi, Derek. Sir. Just to appraise you of the situation, two young blacks in custody in connection with an aggravated burglary. The victim has since died.
Oh, when did this happen?
A couple of hours ago.
Commendably swift action. Have the arrest so soon?
Yeah, the thing is that one of the suspects is known to me. Michael Osmond. His father has just joined the police consultative group. He's the first sensible black Jasmine Allen resident I persuaded on board.
So? I don't see the problem, Derek. You're not involved in the investigation, are you?
No, sir, no.
You're not compromised, then, are you?
Well, I'm not worried about being compromised.
What then?
Well, Michael isn't the brightest person on earth, that's all, sir.
Oh. Does he need an appropriate adult prison?
No, I don't think it's that bad.
I'm sure the niceties will be observed, Derek.
Right, Mr. Pryor. Where were you at 11 o'clock this morning? Would you answer the question, please? Well, we've got independent witnesses who are willing to testify that they saw you at that time. Is there anything you wish to say? Mr. Pryor, when you were arrested, you and your associate were in possession of considerable amounts of money. £405 in your case. So where did this money come from?
You sure you're okay, Mr. Harding? Do you know where your dad kept his money?
No idea.
It's just that most old people have some money hidden in the house. You know, housekeeping, pension money, savings.
I honestly couldn't tell you, not how much or where he kept it. There was no need. He didn't need looking after. Perhaps that's why they hit him, because they couldn't find it.
Oh, we're pretty sure they found it, all right. About 700 quid's worth. It's just we need to know it's missing.
I'm afraid I don't know.
Look, would you like to come down to the station later? It might be easier for you there.
I'm showing the suspect 3 items of evidence. Exhibit 1, black hole door. Exhibit 2, a collection of cellophane-wrapped dusters and chamois leathers. Exhibit 3, 2 pairs of black woolen gloves, not new. Now, Mr. Pryor, these gloves were in the hold door when you were arrested. Can you tell us why you and your associate need woolen gloves at this time of the year? Interview finished. Can you book him back, Matthew? Pryor, waste of space.
Number 2.
There's a brief here, yeah?
He's with Osman now, just finishing. Name's Brian Catlin. New one on me.
What's he like?
Nothing spectacular. I should think you'll turn him over all right.
Mr. Catlin, DCI Jack Meadows. Pleased to meet you.
And you? I think we're ready.
Fine. You could sit there, Mr. Catlin.
I'd rather sit next to my client, if you don't mind.
Taped interview with Michael Osman. Those present, DCI Meadows, DS Morgan, and Mr. Osman's legal representative, Mr. Brian Catlin. Time now is 12:50 p.m.
Right, well, I must remind you, Michael, that you're still under caution. That means you don't have to say anything unless you wish to do so. But what you say may be given in evidence. Do you understand?
Can you confirm to Mr. Osman that if he chooses not to speak, no adverse comment may legally be made about his silence by the prosecution at any trial that may take place? In other words, his silence cannot be used against him.
That is the legal position, yes.
Thank you.
But I think you should also explain to Mr. Osman that if he does choose not to say anything, only one side of the story will be heard. Do you understand that, Michael?
My client understands.
Right then, Michael. I think you know why we want to speak to you. So where were you at 11 o'clock this morning?
Having taken legal advice, no comment.
Right to silence. I'd like the right to 5 minutes with him, the cocky little scum.
Extract a confession by unfair means. Never stand up in court.
Yeah, but nor would he.
Tell me about the dusters, Michael. You and Ian go around selling them. Knocking on doors. Is that what you were doing in Silbury Courts? Selling dusters? Did you knock on the door in number 572? Did an old man answer the door? Then what happened? Did you go in? Did you go into the flat, Michael?
No reply. Having taken legal advice.
So the old man did answer the door then? And what happened? Did you persuade him to buy something? Did Ian persuade him? And did the old man go back into the flat to get some money? And then you went into the flat? Or did Ian go in and you just waited outside? Is that what happened? Did Ian follow the old man into the flat? That is what happened, isn't it? For the benefit of the tape, Mr. Osman wiped his face with his hand and looked uncomfortable at the question.
For the benefit of the tape, the air conditioning in this interview room is faulty and the atmosphere is oppressive. We are all uncomfortable.
Right, we'll take a short break, shall we? Interview suspended at 13:07. Joe, if you could give Mr. Osmond a cup of tea and a sandwich. I'd like a few words, please, Mr. Catlin. Look, all I'm interested in is getting the truth, aren't you?
Oh, come on, Mr. Meadows. Don't pretend to be naive. A solicitor's only duty is to his client. I'm sure you're aware of that.
That may be your legal duty. What about your moral duty?
I don't think my moral duty is for you to dictate.
Look, either Osmond or Pryor killed that old man.
The point is, you don't know that.
You know it, and I know it. And I'll bet my pension that Osmond's admitted as much to you.
What he's told me in private is none of your business. I can't permit him to tell you lies, but that doesn't affect his right to say nothing. Both men are innocent of this crime till proven guilty, and neither of them is required to help you prove that guilt. That's my moral duty, defending that principle.
Right. Thanks. Forget it. Thanks for the lecture.
Oh, and all solicitors are either lefty or bent, yes?
Well, I do sometimes wonder why else anybody could devote a career to helping pond life, frankly.
Who decides who is pond life, then? You?
Broadly speaking, Mr. Catlin, we're dealing with scum here. You know that. Joe Public wants protecting from scum, and that's my job. So don't expect me to pat you on the back for stopping me.
And what if you were Michael Osmond? Inarticulate, vulnerable, scared stiff, with the full weight of the police and CPS bearing down on you.
An innocent man has nothing to fear.
I beg to differ.
What's the score?
10-0 to the legal fraternity and the criminals, sir. The DCI is hanging on in there in the forlorn hope with an own goal.
Wearing gloves. No, I honestly don't know.
But you got a good look at them, yeah? They went out of the building past you.
Yeah, well, I wasn't looking at their hands, was I? I mean, black hands, black gloves.
What about your dad's front door? You told PC Jarvis that you didn't see the two men actually coming out of the flat.
Can we ask you to think about that again, please?
How do you mean, think again? I do know what I saw, you know.
Yeah, but these things happen so quickly sometimes.
We often find with witnesses, once they've had time to think, that they remember things more clearly. You're quite sure you didn't see them coming out of the flat?
I saw them outside the flat. Both of them, the door was shut.
If it was open?
Look, you keep asking me and I keep telling you. You've nicked the scumbags who were there. Why aren't you asking them?
We are asking them, Mr. Harding. But under the law, they're not obliged to say anything.
Obliged? Not obliged? But my old man had his head smashed in. And they're not obliged. So I got to tell lies so as you can screw the bastards. Is that the way the system works?
What you've got to realise, Michael, is that I'm not accusing you of anything. I've had a look at your record. It doesn't amount to much, so I've no reason to believe you're a violent man. But somebody killed Mr. Harding. And it happened about the time you were there in Silbury Court. Now, Mr. Catlin has quite rightly advised you don't have to say anything here in the police station or in court. It's your privilege. That's everyone's privilege before the law. But it's also everyone's right to speak out if they want to tell their side of the story. Most people would want to do that, to explain themselves. That's a natural human instinct. Now, I think you want to explain yourself, don't you, Michael? You didn't want to kill that old man. You didn't mean to, either of you. So easy, though, isn't it? Old people, awkward, fragile. One tap, he's on the floor. And you hadn't meant to have done it. It screws you up inside, doesn't it? Particularly when you can't talk about it. Why don't you do what you want to do for a change? Because believe me, you'll feel a hell of a lot better when you got it off your chest.
There's no change since we first spoke, Michael. There's no fresh evidence.
No reply.
Well, the son just cannot bring himself to say he saw him coming out. And we've got no forensic as yet to place him inside the flat.
So, basically, we're knackered.
Well, unless you're going to tell me that Osmond's coughed.
We're knackered.
Right, I've finished with Mr. Osmond for the time being, Sergeant.
Right, come on.
First detention review is due in half an hour from now.
Yeah, well, you can whistle for that. I'm holding him for the full 24 hours. Longer if forensic justifies it.
I shall be making representations in half an hour's time, Mr. Meadows. If you have no further evidence connecting Mr. Osmond with the crime, I shall expect his release from custody.
Yeah, I'm sure you will. I only hope you can sleep well at night.
Better than a few policemen I could name.
So what do you get?
Well, we're waiting on uniform and the TSG at the moment, sir. They're searching Dunford Street and Cheetham Road for the murder weapon.
Is that it?
So far, sir, yeah, I'm afraid so.
Okay.
Carver? Sir? Osmond's father's downstairs. Got any news for him?
Well, there's nothing for him to complain to you about. Thanks for all you've done, Derek. Look, don't get me wrong, I think community liaison's a wonderful thing. But when it comes to liaising with people who've got criminal children...
Michael Osmond has had 2 cautions and a fine for theft. Half the under-20s in Sun Hill have had that. But how am I supposed to make progress if I shut the parents out?
I don't call it progress. Interfering with a murder inquiry.
Oh, leave it out, will you? I may be CLO, but I haven't changed sides. And if you're saying that Osmond only got fair treatment because I took an interest...
But Osmond's probably going to walk away from this. And Pryor. You think that's fair?
If the evidence against them is rubbish, yes.
It's not even that at the moment. It's practically non-existent. Unless forensic finds something on their clothing. Osmond would have talked.
Look, I'm sure without a solicitor present, you'd have got a confession out of him in 2 seconds flat, whether he was guilty or not. But when we get to court, it's going to blow up in our faces. Yet again. But I'm the one who's getting stick for saying do it properly.
And where does that leave Mr. Harding's son?
Bailed? You mean set free? No, it's not like that, Mr. Harding. We just can't hold them at the moment. The evidence is purely circumstantial. However, the investigation is still
They
continuing.
killed my dad,
Hopefully-
and that's the best you can do. I want to see your governor.
Mr. Harding.
Oi! I want to see someone who's in charge, and I want to see him now.
Mr. Harding, Mr. Harding, will you come and sit down again, please, yeah?
You scum! You!
Harding.
Come here. Leave it! It's not worth it! You... What, this is justice, is it?
If he thinks the job's hard now, it's going to get harder still for all of us. Knowing we're right just isn't enough. You can't argue with that. Accountability, hard evidence, proof. That's the only way we're going to regain public confidence.
Yes, sir.